My name is Esna and I'm a jewelry artist, and I've just completed my residencies at Sarabande Alexander McQueen Foundation. I think it was in May when I think Sarabande received some visitors from IPCN, one of the media company from China, but based in London. So by the time I was in my studio, I had a chance to show quickly what my piece is about and everything. And then IPCN team made it in at the end of June when I was doing a performance with my 14 pieces during London Refugee Week. And on the day I was invited to China to join Shanghai Fashion Weekend. And the Rubble Talks Too is about mainly Syrian refugees, but when I say Syrian refugees, it's not only Syrian people, people, displaced people, all around the world. And it is a journey from people who travel from Middle East because of the war, and they struggle to the Europe, and how they rejected in Europe all about their struggle. And it is and it involved 14 performers wearing my 14 pieces, and it was just 6 minutes performance that I presented. And I sent my 14 pieces, and the area that I was set my pieces, it was big dome shape, which was amazing because it was completely different how I presented in London. It looked like ruin, but it's completely abstract form of body pieces, and I quite like it, the area, and it was such an old building that placed alongside with other fashion designers. To be honest, it was surprising, especially when I thought, at the beginning, how my piece is going to fit into fashion context. But the fashion weekend based on the subject, no boundaries, it's really related to my pieces, but which is, I found it amazing how people came, and then they pointed out how meaningful point my pieces were based around displacement. And I did this piece especially for Chinese teacups, and one of the pieces molded around Chinese belongings, I think, and we managed to put image and how the inspiration came for the actual piece. I think this also made people to understand more the struggle of people and how they have to carry their belongings with them, and also destroy their belongings and how they have to leave behind. But it was really good. I quite enjoyed sharing my project. I think it was the opening day, which was amazing, meeting new people, but also we joined a talk with Georgia Hardling and Fyodor Golan from England, British designers. It was because the fashion weekend based on the subject, no boundaries, just talking a little bit about how my pieces fit into, as in the Rubble Talks Too, no boundaries, as well as in fashion context. I think talking about this one, which was really good, and people really interested and came and watched us as well. To be honest, I didn't have much to celebrate because I had to complete my collection. But when I was in Shanghai, we went out with IPCN team to celebrate. It was such a nice kind of seeing in Shanghai, somewhere on the top roof, which is amazing. But hopefully I'll be celebrating also with my family in 2 weeks' time in Turkey. I've just completed my knit collection, which was again, kind of the whole collection called Come In is the collection of 7 countries who weren't allowed to travel into the States and kind of travel ban. And I am at the moment working on the right galleries to present and kind of as well as working on the pieces, new pieces.